Hello there, this is Revolutionary Hero 100, and yeah, this is the Final Frontier mod for Civ 4 I just thought I'd put up. But basically the idea of this video is I just wanted to do some basic channel news. For although our channel is a very, well, my channel, I guess you're kind of part of it, you help. It'd be pretty crap without no viewers, but yeah, it's a very small channel clearly, and sorry, I can't click on it. There it is. It's a pretty small channel of ours, and I appreciate that. But it's been a long time since I uploaded any videos at all, which a really long time to be honest. So I thought I should probably explain what's happening there. Basically, well, one reason is my appendix burst, so I had to go into hospital for a week, and I've had another week off school, which is this week, the week of uploading. The Final Frontier now seems own shine when try was it? Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading these. They such ones they wrote down the they just over reflecting and hope. Something meant to leave and okay, lovely. Sorry, yeah, I always read those, but yeah, so that's one reason. I got some viruses on my computer was another, and Fraps, but well, not Fraps, it was Audacity wasn't working, and the likes of such. So that's basically the combined reasons there of why I haven't uploaded in a long time. But the hope is, I'm not sure if I'll do this as a full series. This game here. What I want to do, and hopefully should be, Hunger these moral Patreon, dangerous and fear to Chinese, and then he was it scared man. Okay, lovely. But yeah, as I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, by the end of the week, which is, or not that soon actually, not the end of this week, the end of next week, or maybe a little later. It depends on a few things. I will hopefully be uploading some Medieval 2 Total War. That's the hope, that soon I will be able to get some of that. This is a fine day for the PDE military, a fine day indeed. The launching of the destroyer PDS Charles Vincent marks the completion of the very first human capital ship, and represents the authority humanity wields and determine the fate of the universe. It was inevitable that the soldiers of Earth would one day enter space, and I am pleased that it will be done with such a fine ship as this. Cool. I think we need some planetary construction. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll have some Medieval 2 Total War. I don't know if any of you viewers are aware of what that is. It's a little game. It's very little. I mean, it's very big. It's a sort of a mix of an RTS game with a sort of, I don't know what you call them, a strategy game like this, like a map down thing, turn-based. That's it. While the value of establishing new interstellar colonies is not in question, it presents a number of new problems that this department must find a way to address. Limitations of our communications technology seriously handicap our ability to effectively administer a state which spans multiple star systems. At present, we use a Pony Express style of carriage between star systems, but as we expand, the delays inherent in this system will begin intolerable. As sun could begin to go nova and threaten the entire system, it might be too late before we knew about it. With a centralized government such as the challenges possessed by remote alien hostile environments require rapid response, and we are unable to provide it. We could provide the local governing bodies with more resources and greater autonomy to face these challenges on their own, but do so risks the eventual splintering of the human race into hundreds of independent quarreling states, all seeking domination over one another, potentially unleashing war on a scale never before seen in human history. This challenge must be solved before we drown in the universe of chaos. So there seems to be some problems there. It's pacifism. Add 15% in all cities plus one spot. I don't have many military units, so that sounds like a plan. Radar polymers, that sounds fancy. I mean, polymers is a big word. Must be something good. Must be something very good. That colony ship's almost built. The PD, the PDE has far outstripped its resources and its ability to control what takes place in the colonies. In a mad rush to expand as fast as possible, the situation is now nearly I don't know what that word is, and the PDE cannot hope to maintain control with the personnel it has at present. We don't enact measures to recover control of the colonies now. We may end up regretting the consequences of failing to take action when we could have. So I can't speak. They're large paragraphs to read, to be honest, that's the problem. Ship manufacturing. I mean, they're massive paragraphs to read. Don't know how I'm expected to do it. Survival dome, add 1, add 3. Okay, what planet would I want a survival dome? I think increase that one, okay, I'll build a survival dome, I think. Do I actually have people on any other planet? Oh, I have one person on this, and I can only have one person on this. But this is the nicest planet. I guess this looks kind of like the Earth of the solar system, and then we got these other planets which aren't quite as good. So we'll build up Pyrrhus first. I think that sounds like a plan of action. While we can go and colonize this place here. A new solar system. That's the good thing about this. You build on each planet, so it's adds a new depth to it if you think about it. So you gotta think what you're building on. Oh, there's a wreckage there. They're kind of the equivalent of villages and things you would usually find. So you can just go find out, capture one of those. Freedom, that's a terrible name for a city. I'll call it Fear. There you go. That's much nicer. It's much nicer. Oh, that'll increase our influence, which is good, but we need a planetary defense ship. So that's called... Oh, Pyrrhus wasn't the name of the... Is Pyrrhus the name of the planet? Yeah, it is. So it will change... So that name will change depending on what planet it's building on. So what is this planet? This planet's called Freedom. Oh, well that's just stupid. That's called... Look at all these fancy names. I can't pronounce them, then just Freedom. Nowhere. Planets may not have unless your influence oh, so my influence doesn't even encompass them all. Oh yeah, look, see. We've only got 3. I'm not sure if this planet here counts, because it does kind of go through the corners. I don't know. Maybe it has to incorporate the entire thing. I'm not sure. The great efforts of SCI have now come to fruition. That doesn't make sense, but okay. I'm not sure that's a word, but okay. Completion of Callum. That's not how you pronounce it. That's not Callum, but Caelum. And the landing of the first man on a planet outside of our solar system is something never thought possible before. The success of this mission opens for us the door to the universe. The ability to go literally anywhere in the universe using the any drive will change humanity's destiny. Ooh, changing destinies. That sounds interesting. Interesting indeed. Shell generation. You can't beat shell generation, can you? It's gonna keep us nice and safe, I imagine. I imagine it looks pretty cool on the map, like some big blob of energy appears around your planet or something. I'm not quite sure. So we're just building up this one city, and then I could build that. Now build a maglev network. I need to improve this one. That one city. Oh yeah, and the amount of upgrades you get on here, okay. Extra first gen. Is there just a plain defense one? I can handle that. 20% city attack. 20. Yay, city defense. Oh crap, I've got another. What else do I want? This is add 15% space upgrade. Is that a good thing? 10% strength. I know what that means. Yeah. Cool. I don't use some of the more complicated ones because they're new and I don't know what they are. Forget it. I'm the one in charge here. They always complain about some crap. The ship's just gone out on a little scouting run. We'll be back in no time. Oh look, we got a destroyer. Handy. Military defense ship can pull back. The destroyer can go a searching, I guess. Explorer automated. Yeah, that's what we want. As you can see, resources are in an awkward place because you have to get your influence, which is basically culture, over them. But they're never near your planet, so it's a bit of a way out. So you have to sort of... It's awkward to get to them. Awkward indeed. Ah, we'll manage it at one stage. The PDE Security Committee has developed the following regulations in order to ease the task of administering interstellar colonies. All starships will remain the sole property and operation of PDE agents. All communication between star systems is to be solely regulated by the PDE and related to PDE starships. All navigation records are classified property of the PDE. Access to such information will be vetted only to officers who relate to business. The transfer of goods between any star system is carried out by the PDE starships and the PDE authority. Okay, from what I can grasp about these people's history, the PDE are like, basically it sounds like they're, sorry, I'm just looking at, it sounds like they're basically a dictatorship. They're some sort of dictatorship, clearly. I mean, well, they may not necessarily be a dictatorship, but it's clear that the colonies have little say in what goes down. It sounds like, you know, the PDE are a bit sort of controlling. What's the school? The school provides every unit in the system. You must have the power value in order to construct one. Where did the power value come from? Cool. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I just didn't realise I had the power value. I must have discovered it. They don't make it clear when you've discovered it as much as they did before. You don't get a little video thing showing a religious book or something. The construction of Project X, as per, oh god, I can't pronounce specifications, is set to commence. Planning is completed and full schematics have been laid out. It's only now that we can truly judge the immense scope of this project. Requiring several trillion credits and capital will make this endeavour an extremely long-term one due to the success of ELO's previous research efforts. Time should not be a major problem, although why can't I say that word? Something sufficient funds from the PDE without their official ascertaining the true purpose of the capital presents a formula challenge. At this point, it's unknown if the construction can even be completed. Okay, we don't actually know what that is, but that's lovely. I'll just go with shock and awe. It sounds entertaining. So we want an interplanetary beacon. Yeah, we'll build those. Get some influence. Power has been found in Fear. Good job I named it Fear, because it's a good place to have power. I'm not sure why I named it Fear. It's a ridiculously terrible name. I should change it at one stage to something which is actually good. Let's do that now. See what's a good name for this place. New Oxford. We'll call it that. There you go. I like Oxford. So that should have a capital there. For some reason I forgot my capitals. Don't know why. There you go. Lovely. It's not going to be called Freedom. Bollocks. You have the School of Zealots, I think that is. Zealots. I can't pronounce things, it's not my problem, I guess, you know. That's what it is. Now then, what do we want? Hidden edge can take with it. Or we can build that. Yeah, that sounds good. Look at this now. Starting to pretty large. I think we have every planet in that solar system under our influence, so that's all good. That's all good. And I could also build an intelligence centre, but I never really use those. A capital shipyard. Capital shipyards are different to most buildings because rather than putting on a planet, you just sort of float it around outside the planet. The reds, okay, there shall be peace in our time. Farewell. We're gonna kill him at one stage. I've already decided that. I don't like the look of him. I mean, look at that name. I can't pronounce it. The foundation of the Space Exploration and Colonization Initiative, or SCECI, as part of the IASR, has provided me and my team with an excellent outlet for creative science. One of the more exciting developments we have been investigating is the possibility of faster-than-light travel. As everyone knows, the closest star is an immense distance from the Earth. We are looking for ways to traverse the distance. One of the more unique ideas that has been the creation of some sort of drive which harnesses the power of negative energy not necessarily move some object faster than light, but move space-time itself around the object. Of course, negative energy is something you can find at a supermarket. The cost to manufacture and maintain this technology is immense, but so too are the potential rewards. I'm confident that thanks to the generous funding provided by the IASR, we'll find a way. Now, I'm quite certain that's also how the ship from Futurama moves, you know. It moves space around it. 10% military production, minus 50% more, add 20%. Well, we can't get anything better, really. Frontier just has low upkeep. This has high upkeep, though. Ah, cool, we'll go for it. Revolution. Lightcraft and creationists. I can't say the word for some reason. Lightcraft manufacturing, there you go. I just needed to try. Just there's so many big words on this mod, even in the reedy bits, it's difficult. Invasion ship, that's what we need. Invasion ships are genius ideas. Because you see, defense ships get like I think it's like 200% bonus at defending, and invasion ships get a 200% bonus attacking, so they like cancel each other out. Which is smart. I'm also quite certain that I just end up using capital ships in this, but that's not the point. It has been known for centuries that the function of the brain is merely to serve as a massive complex call centre for the electrical impulses that our body produces. It was only a matter of time before we developed the technology to track, monitor and change, and even record in detail these impulses and how each individual brain responds to them. This is what gives us our own distinct personalities. The ELO, that's the Extended Life Organisation, it's at the bottom, has been uniquely interested in exploring this new science for quite some time now. With our research closing in on the best way to track these differences, it is inevitable that we shall one day develop the means to create a living computer. Terminator. I'm just saying that once they have that, they're screwed. Okay. Only one mate. Okay, squadron defense. I think this is why we built that capital shipyard, didn't we? Can we see it? You can see it floating around sometimes. I did build it here, didn't I? Unless it was on the planet. No, it's not. Quite certain it's not. Did I? I'm trying to think now. Did I build it? Oh no, I didn't build a capital shipyard here. Oh, I'm building it out there. That's what it is. Sorry, my mistake. Made myself look like an idiot now. 20% city attack. Yeah, look, it's got 220 city attack. 10%, 15% withdraw chance. That sounds fine by me. Then we're going to put you there and get this ship and put you there. Readying for war, my children. I don't know who that was addressed to. Cool, galactic. Actually, no, it ain't happening. You can keep your nonsense. Oh, they have 3 ships. Cool, we'll just have to build some more. Just have to show them the might of our empire. And perhaps build some more defences, because I just realised we really have none. We're pretty damn weak. Oh well. Oh well indeed. I'm on easy, so it's fine. Now let's play this on the settler. It's so much funner. See, once you get a challenge, you can't just randomly do whatever the hell you want. You have to actually think about stuff. This way I can just piss about and do nothing. Yep, we wanted that. But now then, can we see it? Where is it? I'm just trying to see. Usually they have the capital shipyard floating around. I'm sure it's the capital shipyard which floats around, because it's not on it. Because yeah, they've built the capital shipyard, but only one may be built for Saturn. You should be able to see it floating around. Where is it? Okay, we can't see it floating around, but often you can. Maybe it'll come out later. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm sure you can usually see it. In 2239 AD, the PD announced a major victory in the race for the stars. The first ever interstellar colony has been established, christened New Earth in honour of the cradle of humanity. The founding colony was celebrated the world over. Man was no longer a prisoner of the tiny blue-green marble of his childhood. I'll be honest, I would not say that the Earth is small, because I've not really seen all of it. It looks pretty big, doesn't it? I mean, well, that's just evil. Monarchies are wrong, but democracy is actually much worse. add 3 and 6 large cities, or add 50% production, add 50% gold and capital. That's just sad. Yeah, we'll probably go for monarchy, because that's sounding pretty good there. Even though I think that the monarchy is a silly idea, it seems that it's very effective on here, so that's what we're going with. We're also going to have capital ship focus, so we can build massive battleships of death. You know, and war and stuff. That's the gist of it anyway. They're pretty damn powerful, so it's all good. I'm so certain I should be able to see that thing floating around. I'm sure I was before when I played this. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just being a complete idiot. I mean, it's like, I wouldn't say that it's likely, but I would say it's very likely I'm being an idiot, so, you know. Hibernation. That would be good, because we've kind of upgraded this one place, but this one place can only have one human on it. So look at it, it's got all this all of this stuff. It's all fine, it's a great planet, but what I usually end up doing is just improving the first planet till it can't have any more stuff, and then I improve the next planet, and they just sort of get better as you go out. I like to think it's a smart way of doing it, but I'm quite certain it's a very stupid way of doing it. I should also colonize this star system we can just see the edge of, because then I'll be that little bit more powerful, a little bit more ready for war, you know. So, in fact, yeah, I should do that next once I've built this squadron defense network. So there are a number of survivors. What business do you have with the people of Hallis? There shall be peace in our time. But now, oh god, look at the size of this. I don't even know what half this means. The development of the negative energy NE drive in full production StarCraft models may be delayed for some time. We record some very disturbing radiation readings during the last test of model 003, in which the NE drive was pushed to the greatest output we've yet attempted. The drive became increasingly unstable, and after an explosion, the test model suffered irreparable damage, particularly in its drive components, a number of which appear to have totally vanished somehow. We are unsure what may have caused this, but an investigation is currently underway. So we get an invasion ship and a carrier. Oh, but it's a better invasion ship. Let's see the big picture of capital ship. Minus 20% cost of battleships. I'm still fine with pacifism, to be honest, that's all. That's all going well. Domestic development, that sounds good, doesn't it? Let's go with that. Well, we're improving households now. Or something like that. Something like that. Because they have 2, and I know that in a fight I would lose, yeah. So we need to outnumber them. Because they have the fact that they're defending, they have their defense bonus, they have the places defense bonus, you know. They've got all the bonuses, so we're going to have to outnumber them. I'm probably just going to end up building loads of invasion ships and just overwhelming them with our mightiness. Well, the PDE has always speaks of the great success it's found due to the colonization of star systems far from Earth. Rarely is mentioned the impact that this has had on Earth itself. When the cost of moving to one of the colonies became too great and the number of individuals willing to do so dropped, the PDE found this unacceptable and they began to engage in forced relocation of a number of communities across the planet. Without warning, individuals were forced from their homes, leaving their families and lives behind. While it always speaks of the goodness it has done for people, in the final analysis, the PDE does what does for itself alone. We're the ones who pay for their ambitions. Okay, clearly the PDE is a dictatorship. That's what I'm going with. They sound like complete dicks. We'll go with synthetic composites, even though I know that's going to end in a big speaky thing I don't understand a word of. Colony ship. Okay, but on a brighter note, we can now upgrade these. Yeah, slightly better. I bet they do like 6 damage now. Yeah, 6 damage. Look at 2-point increase. Never underestimate a 2-point increase, people. It's going to make very little difference, but it'll make some difference. And that's all important. The extra 2 damage, you know, we could do a little bit more damage, you know, more likely to win and stuff. Soon we will wage war on the orange, or we might go for the yellows, but I don't know where they are. That the PDE has become corrupt is undeniable. But yeah, it sounds like it from what we've read. They sound like complete text, but the explanation of the exploitation of the colonies is clear for everyone to see. All one must do is look at the ridiculous rules that they made. Restrictions on travel, trade, and even communication. It would be impossible for me to see any of my family without special clearance from the PDE security department. Pyrrhus, hey, that's our city, is one of the best examples of the PDE's heavy hand. Even today, a great number of the original colonists essentially remain in slavery to the state. If this is a sign of things to come, then we will be left with but one course of action. I'm thinking war, people. I'm thinking war. So this just gives us extra science. So we're starting to get more cities, so that might be good, because we're going to get a third one, so you know. Empowered citizens. And the first one. Or we could have mechanized labour, which just sounds a little bit cooler, to be honest. It's robots. I mean, who doesn't love robots? I love robots. You should love robots. So yeah, we're building robots. I hope that's what it gives us. It better give me robots. Okay, because I want me some robots. Like massive. Yeah, you don't get robots on this game. I know you don't, it sucks. I'd love it if you did though, because robots would be cool. So what we gotta do, we can't require say songs. Okay, that's the good road. We have to build like the slightly worse road, the little yellow one. It's kind of like roads and railways, because you can't build railways till late in the game. Or late-ish. I guess it's mid-game really you get them. You know, musket age, you get your railways just after. And remember, you get it at the same time as machine guns, so that's not bad. I've heard many times okay, lovely. So he's one of those folks who just like, well, scum. Greedy capitalist, that's all I can say. Greedy capitalist. Yeah, we'll build a university. So we wanted city defense, wherever the hell that is. Oh, that's 10% strength, that'll do. Space, I don't know if that's just in space or if it helps. I don't know what half this stuff does. City attack. So yay, city defense. Oh god, we got another. What do I want? I don't want city attack. That's fine. This is Josh answering help. Okay, cool. Upgrade our space armor. I hope that's of use. Not quite sure how it works, but yeah, we have upgraded space armor. I don't know if that helps when you're like garrisoned. Beyond me, I don't really know much. I could have like read the encyclopedia on the mod, but screw it. That's for dicks. Needs to read that crap. I think we have to go on the city to upgrade. I realized I have an invasion ship and a destroyer. I just assumed I had 2 invasion ships. That's why you read, people. The depletion of Earth's natural resources has been ongoing for millennia. It is only expected that eventually non-renewable resources and materials will run out. It was in the mid-21st century that oil first became increasingly scarce. Today, even previously common forms of metals like iron have become hard to come by. Recycling efforts have made our great progress in extending the lifetime of our present supply, but the inevitable resolution is that humans have to look elsewhere to find materials with which to fuel their demand for security, luxury, and progress. Hey, that gets us a starbase if we want. See the big picture. At 10%, I think we can settle for some people being a little pissed. And then we should have the space elevator, so we can build better roads. See, which of these is it we can upgrade? And that's one of them. Midshipman Destroyer. See, so they're all cool. 4. Then the Destroyer 6. What other warships can we actually build? Oh, so it's a better invasion ship we can get. Destroyer can't get better. There's cruisers. See, a battleship, that is clearly Battleships is clearly what we want. We can build battleships here, I think. Yeah, we're going to build some battleships after this. They look deadly. Deadly indeed. I wouldn't mess with them. Our government's re-established, that's dandy, I guess. Okay, we'll wait a turn, see if I can upgrade them then. Sometimes it has its little temper tantrums if they're not fully ready to. If you've got the little red dot, you can't upgrade them because upgrading them makes them wait a turn. Or if you don't have 68 credits. I'm going to call on credits for the purpose of this video. Yeah, cool, we'll just do that for a turn and then we'll have the money we need. Hopefully. Is this going to be enough? Let's find out when the turn's finished loading. Is it enough? No, it's not. Wait, yes it is. Didn't read it properly. There you go. Now then we'll just have to wait a turn again. And then to war. The yellow dude. Wait, we don't want to declare war, we just want that to be ours. Look, it's a white star. That's pretty cool. Maybe they go like supernova at times. You know, when they like blow up. That'd be pretty cool if they did, actually. Pretty cool indeed. Cool, we can just keep this ship. The ships can just sit here. That's just cool. Be like their new home. Well, Paris is pretty big now. It's got a lot of borders. It's almost met up with New Oxford. Banking system, that sounds all well and good, but first I want a battleship. How long did it say that was going to take to build? 15 turns. That's quite a while. It's quite a while, 15 turns. But soon our mighty war machine will crush all who stand before us. And they shall wish they never encountered the name of the Brotherhood. God, why did we choose a cult? The Brotherhood is clearly a cult, there's no doubt in that. I went and chose a cult. Still they're the coolest one. So now we can build a road across to here. I say road, this is actually, you know, it's a warp lane. And then there's build a jump lane, yes. Jump lanes are pretty cool too, I guess. Probably a little better, aren't they? Probably just a little bit better. We can't build them until we have the space elevator, which is next. Why do you keep wanting me to call these cities Freedom now? Now I have to actually come up with a name. What shall we call it? We could always call it New York, but that would be really stupid. So let's call it New Scotland. There you go. That's really an odd name. You could call it New Wales, but I'm quite certain that's a place in... Yeah, I would have called it New Wales, but I'm quite certain that's in Australia somewhere. It's somewhere. It's either Australian or New Zealand. I forget where. I'm quite certain there's a place called... Oh no, I think it's New South Wales actually, but something like that. We call our colonies really stupid stuff, really. In 2050 AD was to be an infamous year. A massive drought plagued the earth, particularly hard hit was areas near the equator. Woo, duh. A devastating famine ensued, and millions died. By this point in time, the reliance of the industrialized countries on the resources of poorer nations was inescapable. The impact on the global economy was profound, and even rich countries saw hard times. Wealthy investors found themselves holding worthless shreds of paper which once had been worth fortunes. Accompanying this series of catastrophes was another great tragedy. The American city of New York was devastated in the first incident of nuclear terrorism. Really? They went for New York. Why not Washington? Huh? Why not Washington? That's the capital, isn't it? That would make more sense. Why didn't you attack Washington, you complete utter hillocks? I would have attacked Washington. It makes more sense. You could have killed the president as well. Why New York? I guess Does New York have more people? Maybe. And still, I would have thought Washington's got a lot of people, and you could get the president too. I mean, it's not like you can only get one part of Washington. You get the whole fucking thing. So I mean, you know. Plus the radiation, you'd get some other people too. Why wouldn't you just go for Washington? It makes so much more sense as the capital. If you just want lots of people, then you're an idiot. Get the president. Makes much more sense, and they'll be put into chaos. Plus, you can kill shitloads of people at the same time. Just logic. That's logic. I know what I'm saying. It's just logic. But yeah, we've got jump lanes now, which look... To be honest, I think warp lanes look better with the little yellow things. Well, this looks a bit sort of douchebaggy. I was like how they turned this one into a blue one, but not that one. Just this one. And where they meet just looks ridiculously stupid. But anyway, I think this is probably an appropriate time to end the episode. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.